been some really good teams here in the last 8 years. 3 Final Four teams, 2 more Elite Eight teams. You're going to get challenged. You're going to have to figure out how hard it is to keep up every day. And you know what? We're good enough to do it because every day you guys at work. What you practice is usually what you get out of how you play. And the amount of time you guys spend all summer, there weren't a lot of days off. So you prepared for this kind of journey. Let's go take it somewhere.
While high expectations are nothing new, this young Spartan team built its foundation on the hard lessons of the 2017 NCAA tournament. A second-round matchup with #1 seed Kansas was closer than the final score. But the takeaway serves as an underlying motivation for this season.
In the Kansas game, we played well enough to be in it until the last 5 minutes, and we just kind of ran out of whatever. I don't know if it was gas or if it was emotions or if it was Kansas was better. There's no question about that.
At the end of the day, we didn't win, so we don't feel sorry for ourselves. All right, they won. We bounce back next year, Sucks for the seniors. Feel sorry for your seniors, don't feel sorry for yourself. When you walk out of here, it should hurt, and let it hurt. But don't let it hurt you. Let it hurt for them. It hurt you for them. It don't hurt you for you. It burned you to motivate you. I'm in the gym all summer because I can't let this happen again. And that's every guy. And they push you. Then again, we talking Final Fours. We talking championship, Big Ten championship. Get into the championship, give yourself a shot to win it all. I never won one, so I can't tell you how I feel. I can't. But I know how I felt to get to a Final Four, and I know that feeling. To win it, it got to be incredible.
I think we learned a lot in that game, because we played well enough at times, and it was the consistency, and I think that's what fueled them to start their summer workouts, and it really, I think, hurt us at the time, helped us in the long run.
Challenges bring you together, and last year we went through a lot of challenges as a team, and we stuck together through it all, so that just made us closer as a family.
It starts in the off season. You have to work hard, work on how to be a winner, so this won't happen to us next year.
Excitement surrounds the 2017-18 edition of the Michigan State basketball team for the possibilities of how this team could finish. But those expectations are nowhere near as high as the team has for themselves.
You have expectations for yourself. Everybody else's expectation doesn't matter as much. So we have high expectations for ourselves, and we come in every day and hold each other accountable.
Do it because you have to, or because you want to? Because I want to. Come on.
We try to get a national championship every year, and that's why we're so competitive, and that's why we get to 7 Final Fours, 2 national championships, just because of our goals. We don't try to have low goals. We always have higher goals.
You will not outwork us. Come on.
And I think about it every day, the opportunity with it, what it would be like to get back to a Final Four, to win a national championship, as a freshman, being 1 game away, being on that stage was one of the most, memorable moments of my life. And, now as my senior year, I just want to get back to that point.
Last year they expected to get to a Final Four. I think when you come here, though, those expectations are almost yearly. Miles coming back just added another element to it because that normally doesn't happen.
I was blessed to play in it as a freshman, and I feel like, I want my teammates to experience that. I want to experience that again, but I also want them to feel that kind of feeling that you will make memories for a lifetime.
I think it's a good thing that they're expecting the win and that the culture is strong enough that that's what is expected here, not only from fans and media, but also from coaches and players.
Knowing the challenges that they must face this season to achieve their dreams, Tom Izzo and his Spartans have a goal to not just be great, but something more.
A lot of people like to be great, but elite, to get there, there's just a different level of work, a different level of discipline, a different level of focus that, is got to be there. And that's why, it's very, very hard to do it.
That just shows how great of a coach Coach Izzo is, because we're already a good team, but he's not satisfied, and he'll never be satisfied.
Becoming an elite team is putting everything together. Defending, rebound, running, taking care of the ball, and just clicking on all cylinders, and that's what elite teams do.
This summer, we all had the same goal in mind, so we was all working towards the same thing. So it's easy to work to get to the point where we can achieve that goal, and we're talented enough to achieve that goal.
You can't be perfect in basketball, but we want to be the closest thing to it.
Well, the summer was fun, just having everybody back. Guys being in the gym, playing one-on-one with each other every day, playing open gym, lifting every day.
Every guy was in here every day, just getting better, working on their craft individually and together. And, it was fun, but we had some hard times. We had some, some tough times, some days where you didn't want to be here, but we just fought through it together.
Just countless hours in the gym, in the weight room, working on extra conditioning. We did a lot of extra stuff just to get to where we are right now.
We had a lot of good practices this summer. We practiced really hard, different lineups, different groups, just learning each other's game, learning each other's spots.
Just the determination and the dedication that the guys have to come in every single day and work as hard as they could. Nobody really took days off, and that's when I kind of figured out that our team, we're hungry to win. Everybody wants to win, so that's why I have all the confidence in the world in them.
The bottom line is, do you stay together? And if you stay together, you go through those bumps and things work out. And that's kind of, what we're learning to do. We haven't had a lot of guys that have been through it.
It's been interesting having Gav back and Ben back. And like I said, our sophomores, now that we're freshmen last year, everybody getting better. And then you got Jaren and X coming in playing. We have a really, really unique team. Me being a senior and Gav being fifth year, Ben being a sixth year. So we kind of young, but then the guys that are older, me and Gav, we both come off the bench, but we both started in the Final Four. So, it's different situations like that make our team special.
It's not just about basketball. It's actually we care about each other, and we playing out there for each other, to have each other's back. So if we playing like that, then, everything just flows easier because, like I said, you're not just playing with a teammate, you're playing with your brother, and that's how we look at each other.
It was fun because everybody wanted to do it because we have one goal, and that's to be the best team we can possibly be.
I think they're hungry to accomplish what some of the past players have accomplished. I think they know what the culture is here, and they know what expectations are, and they want to be a part of that.
This is the game we have been talking about. This is the game we have been waiting for. It's Michigan State. It is Duke here in Chicago at the Champions Classic. The preseason poll had Duke 1, Michigan State 2.
Two big, deep, talented teams, number 1 and number 2, Duke and Michigan State.
And Michigan State's length has really bothered Duke around the rim. The catch for the Spartans is that they need to do a better job on the offensive backboards cleaning up after those blocked shots.
Gets down for a 3-ball. Oh, no, nothing but net. Toward all by himself, ball's up, and it's in. He's fouled. He'll get a free throw to boot. On the break, and here comes the slam. That's a backbreaker. Well, we got a final from Chicago. Heck of a game, but at the end of the day, it was Duke 88, and Michigan State had 81.
I think they realized in that game that we didn't play great. Now, I know Grayson Allen played great, but we didn't play great, and still we're tied with 3:05 left or whatever it was. And what does that mean? It doesn't mean anything great. It's about winning or losing. It means that their senior made more plays down the stretch than our guys did. And I said it then, and I'll say it again, you know, it wasn't the freshmen or sophomores of Duke that beat us. It was a senior that had a career night.
It was very frustrating because we know that we lost that game. Duke didn't take that away from us. We lost that game.
We went into that game thinking that we were going to win the game, but when you look at the stats at the end of the game, we didn't do our job. You know, I tell them, you know, they didn't beat us. We lost that game. We didn't take care of the ball. We didn't rebound the ball. What we do here at Michigan State, we just didn't do a good job. But it definitely put a spark in us, and you know, we wanted to show everybody that we could compete at that level.
You know, being one of the top teams in the country, we saw them as a direct, you know, correlation of the competition we're going to be facing later on in the season. And that really made us look at ourselves in the mirror and think about what we wanted to accomplish as a team and with our season and becoming the best team that we could be.
We didn't go out there and give 100%. We just that kind of sparked us throughout the season, just because of how angry we was, and we didn't want to lose any more games.
I think that game just it brought back that focus. You know, it locked us in more. You know, we don't want to give up a game anymore, and that's our mindset. You know, we felt like we gave them that game, and you know, once you have that feeling, a game like that on the biggest stage like that, you don't want to drop those opportunities no more. So now we go out there every night and with that mindset that we don't want to, you know, in order for a team to beat us, then we're gonna have to beat ourselves, and that's the mindset we come into every game.
After experiencing their first setback of the season, the Spartans look to get back on track while playing 6 games in 13 days, including games against 2 top 5 opponents.
Just by looking at the schedule, I knew that there was this stretch where we were going to be playing a lot. I think it was like 6 games in 13 days. And it was more about keeping your mind engaged in every game because you're going to get tired. We're human. We're going to get fatigued, but it's just a matter of staying focused.
We did a better job of playing Spartan basketball, you know, taking care of the ball, rebounding the ball, just out-rebounding teams, executing offensively and defensively, following the game plan. But, you know, the loss against Duke, you know, it gave us some momentum and you know, showed us where we were and that we weren't that far off from winning that game. So once we watched the film and saw where we can get better, you know, we executed that and we continue to get better every game.
Going over to Portland, we really grew as a team and finding our identity, and that was one of the most important things for us early in the season. It was developing an identity and figuring out who we wanted to be as a team and what style of play we wanted to, you know, play as.
These players never played for anything. That's why winning a championship was important out in Portland. You know, it's just learning how to do something you haven't done before. Doesn't matter what kind of championship.
It kind of got our mentality that we got to go out there and prove ourselves every night because we haven't earned anything yet. This team hasn't won anything yet, so every night we got to go out there and prove ourselves that we belong up there.
Because of an accelerated Big Ten calendar, Michigan State also played 2 league games in early December with almost no preparation time. The young Spartans were unfazed as they were able to start with a conference record of 2-0.
And that's really important for us to get those 2 wins because, you know, when we sat and talked in the beginning of the year of what our ultimate goals were for this team, obviously we talked about the things of becoming a national championship team and winning championships. And one of those, you know, goals we had was to win the Big Ten. In order to, you know, do that, we had to win those first 2 games.
There's nothing like Big Ten games nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Conference games are always the hardest games because any given night, you know, the teams know so much scouting reports. They know your plays, you know, basically. So it's always the little things that win you those games, and that just takes a lot more focus. You have to be a lot more prepared, a lot more, bring a lot more energy, and you know, it's anytime you can get a Big Ten win is a big win.
I mean, I felt like it was, you know, great for us to get off to a 2-0 start and playing 2 really, really good teams. So now our momentum is even going higher, continuing this winning streak that we're on right now. And we just want to continue to get better and understand that there's a lot of room for improvement in our team, and also understanding that we're not satisfied by where we're at right now.
No, this isn't going to be over, you know, take place overnight. This is, as they say, a marathon, not a sprint. I think we're making great strides. I just think we have a long way to go, and we got to make sure the noise outside doesn't affect the team inside.
America's comeback city, Detroit. A city the Spartan basketball team is all too familiar with, whether it be games played in Detroit by past teams, or it be the Spartan legends that call the city their home. Coming off one of the city's lowest times, there has been a renaissance led by revitalizing neighborhoods, introducing innovative infrastructure, and embracing the community's deep culture. Growing up on the west side of Detroit, Cassius Winston has seen this incredible comeback firsthand.
As I grew up, the city just grew more and more. You know, people started to come back and, you know, building buildings and restaurants and different type of things like that. So just to see the city, you know, build from the, you know, inside and then moving out is just huge.
Detroit comes back, our state comes back, and I think us getting down here helps just everything, from the economy to be great in this new arena to our fans that sometimes don't get to see us up there. For me, it's a win-win-win. Detroit's been good to me, and I'm just proud and happy to be part of Detroit.
The city means so much to me, and it's a big part of who I am today. So just for me to just go back there and, you know, I know a lot of people in the city, you know, almost the whole city is supporting me and my journey and the things I've done. So just for me to have an opportunity to go back there and play in front of them so they can see me in person, or, you know, just be able to shake my hand or whatever like that. And, you know, it's more than basketball. It's just, you know, the city did a lot for me. The people in the city, you know, supported me through this whole way.
One of the biggest developments of the city came in 2013, when plans to build a new arena were announced. 4 years and $862 million later, one of the nation's premier arenas opened its doors. Home to the Red Wings and Pistons, Little Caesars Arena sits in the heart of downtown, and is something that Detroiters are proud to call theirs. With the Spartans match up against the Oakland Grizzlies, they will become one of the first collegiate teams to play in the venue.
Focus on what you're doing, because there'll be a lot of commotion with teams leaving and teams going and all that. You focus in on what you got to do. Let's take a giant step forward today, all right?
Let's go. Let's get it up. Let's get it, baby. Remember the motto. Get 2 on 3. 1, 2, 3. Get 2.
MSU will go left to right to begin this historic event here, don't you think?
No question about it. First 2 college games ever, so first of many, we hope.
And the tip, as always, is controlled by Michigan State.
Jalen Hayes had it rejected by Ward, and he sticks with it to get it back for the Spartans.
We're seeing some defense here early. Winston, now to Jackson, making a move, spin move all the way off the glass, up, and it's in.
Langford pulls up and got it. Joshua Langford, he's on the board.
Oakland now playing zone. Campy didn't want to.
But he did. Down low it goes to Kenny Goins, who got behind everybody. Great pass, by the way. Lays it up and in.
Wait, got it. Near to Winston. This is a long 2. In and out, tipped up. And in right now. Numbers for the Grizz, it's a 4-on-1. Nunn with the flush and 1. Nunn single-handedly trying to will Oakland to the upset today.
Looking for help, no help to be found. And his pass across court intercepted by Kenny Goins. Now to Jackson, to Langford, floater and lane up, and it's in.
Winston taking it himself, knifing right in.
Does it feel like Michigan State about to break out at any moment?
Oh, this tempo's crazy. Winston for 3. Yeah!
And we're tied for the 6th time. With the ball, Tom down the lane. Skip pass side, Langford for 3. He got it. Well, we're not tied anymore.
6-0 run for Michigan State. Another 3 ball. Yeah! And the Spartans are taking the air out of Oakland's upset bid as it's now a 10-point lead. Offensive foul. They get it to Winston. Winston makes a move, floats it up and in.
He's got to feel good about getting out of here with the win, knowing this game was going to be tough. It's a rivalry game. You got exams. You got the holiday break coming up. This was a huge win for Michigan State.
He finds a way to put you, where everyone's going to see. You're going to play against the best, or you're going to play in the best arenas, the biggest arenas, and that's what he wants. He wants you to have that opportunity to play in front of those people and to have that moment. So, when we were little kids and we, playing in the backyard, we dreamed of playing in events like this and places like this, and each and every weekend, each and every night, you get another opportunity, and it's like a dream come true almost. So just to have that opportunity, I'm grateful for.
You don't do what a normal basketball team would do.
I'm looking at.
You're looking right at me.
Okay.
But the one I would use wouldn't be fitting for TV.
That's just one of the great.
Come on, man.